Welcome back, guys. Lonestar Patriot here. Thanks for joining me. Hey, it's good to be back with you guys. I know it's been a couple weeks since I've been able to put out a video, so I definitely apologize for that. I've had some personal commitments that have kept me away from, the whole YouTube thing. So again, apologies for that, and thanks for sticking around. At the same time, I want to wish you guys a belated Merry Christmas, and also go ahead and say to have a safe and Happy New Year coming up here in a couple days. So what I want to do is bring you just a quick video kind of discussing the year in review for 2017, kind of going back from when the channel started, and then also discuss my plans for the channel going forward in 2018. So with that in mind, for those of you who don't know, the channel is basically a year old. In fact, I released the first video in early January 2017, so it's almost a year old to the day. And there's been a lot of growing pains, at least on my end, from a video production standpoint, to kind of get the channel up and running and feel comfortable with the content that I'm putting out. So, I didn't realize how much of a challenge it was going to be starting out, not knowing what to expect. Obviously, I'm not a video production expert, so there were a lot of challenges on my end to get this kind of up and running and feel like it's going smoothly and running seamlessly. So, everything from the equipment to be used, audio control, editing software, editing in general, logo design, music, intros, outros, different lighting and also different angles to be sure that it comes across clear on camera so you can visually see it. Just a lot of different aspects that go into the production side. And so I feel like in the last several months, I'd say roughly maybe the last 3 months or so, I feel like all that's kind of behind me to where now the focus is primarily on the content of video. So, with all that being said, hopefully that comes across now to you guys in terms of the quality of the content that's been improving and improving. And again, based on some of your feedback, I know that it has, but again, I'm hoping that you guys can recognize that to where, again, a lot of that's behind me to where I can focus mainly on the content going forward, which is obviously what I want to focus on. So with that in mind, conservatively, it takes about, I'd say for every minute of video that you see, it takes about an hour, and that's a very, very low number, but an hour minimum to produce that minute of video. So that's excluding, say, any testing or evaluation of a product, or say, testing out on the range, as well as any research. That's strictly just video production time. And so, for the longest time I thought, well, man, why don't guys do more negative reviews on YouTube? And now I know why. It actually takes a lot of time. It's a big time investment to put together a video. And so, personally, and I'm sure this is the same way for the other guys out there on YouTube that are excellent content creators, they don't want to spend a lot of time and effort putting out a negative review just because it's simply not fun and enjoyable for anybody. With that in mind, it's not that I don't want to bring you guys an honest review of a product that I'm not a fan of. It's just that I don't want to dedicate an entire video, to a negative review on a product. So, to try to help balance that out, what I want to do going forward, and this kind of dovetails into my plans for 2018, but I want to definitely bring you guys, as always, an honest and objective opinion on a specific product through a video. So with that in mind, when I do say a positive review on a comparable item, I want to definitely kind of bring that other product in that I'm not a big fan of and discuss, at the same time, why I don't like it, some specific reasons why I don't like it, and at least bring that to you so you have that as an option to consider in case it's something that you've considered as well to purchase. So, it'll hopefully be a compromise of bringing, some of those items I'm not a big fan of into videos and kind of dovetail those with a positive review on a comparable product. So again, hopefully that'll find a good balance. Also in 2017, I was going to discuss the most popular videos. In fact, the most popular video according to view count, which has it's about 22,000 views, maybe a little bit more right now, was my introduction video to the upgrade series for the Anderson AM-15 rifle. And so I thought that was kind of interesting. It's hard for me to know exactly why that's the most popular video. I don't know if it's because it's a budget AR rifle and I was discussing, say, some of the OEM specs, or at the same time it was popular because I discussed the upgrades available to help bring it into, say, a more mid-range to higher end rifle, kind of all said and done. So I don't know exactly what that means, but again, that was kind of the clear winner in terms of popular video for 2017. And the second most popular video was about half that in terms of view count. I want to say about 11,000 views. So again, clearly the winner. So moving into 2018, so what are the goals? Obviously, I want to expand the subscriber base and hopefully grow the Second Amendment community, the gun community. Right now we have about 700 subscribers, and it's been a very humbling experience, to start this from the ground up. And I definitely want to thank every one of you who has been a subscriber and supporter of the channel, especially those of you that have been around from, the early stages in the beginning. I definitely appreciate your support. Again, it's been very humbling and just a good feeling to know that hopefully, some of you guys out there appreciate what I have to say, appreciate the content. And so that means a lot. So again, thanks for your support, definitely. So, again, 2018 goals, I want to expand the subscriber base and hopefully expand the broadness of the content that I bring. So everything from, gear and gun reviews, I hopefully want to expand that to where I can branch out more and more and bring you more of the products that you guys want to see, as well as the products that I'm interested in. Thus far, everything has been self-funded. So obviously I have a limitation there. I can't, go out and purchase everything. But at the same time, I want to continue to hopefully self-fund the channel as much as I can. And at the same time, reach out, maybe have some T&E products from different companies to hopefully work up, team up with them and work with them and bring you guys some reviews on certain products that, I might not typically have access to based on funding, or it might be certain products that you guys want to see specifically. So that's kind of a segue into what another 2018 goal is. I want to communicate with you guys better and receive your feedback to know what you want to see on the channel. What do you want me to review? What do you want to see on the channel? What's in your ideas for going forward. So, it's hard to communicate back and forth on YouTube. Ideally the best way is through Facebook. I know some of you guys aren't big on Facebook, but that's really the best way to communicate with me. I can do kind of one-on-one messages. I see a lot more of the messages there, in fact, but it's an easier way for us to have, say, a two-way conversation and get your input on what you want to see, to get more feedback, to hopefully focus in on products that you guys are interested in seeing and I can check out and do a review on. At the same time, I'm hoping to link up with a private range facility here, hopefully soon, to branch out and give you guys more shooting videos. It's been a big limitation thus far. The public range that I use obviously has very strict limitations on what to do. I'm pretty much limited to just bench shooting. So the actually testing videos that I bring to you guys, that's at a public range. And obviously I have, zero mobility there. So I want to get out and do more different shooting videos, shooting scenarios, shooting on the move, that sort of thing. And so I'm hoping to branch out and get up or link up with a private facility to help kind of broaden the base of the content from more of a shooting aspect as well as on the gear, side of the house. So, with that in mind, a couple things coming up that I'm very excited about. I'm going to start somewhat of an abbreviated rifle build series. It's going to be more of a home defense rifle build series. So I've got a ballistic advantage 14.5 inch. They're SPR 416R stainless fluted barrel that I'm very excited about. I'm looking forward to actually installing that. So I'll do an installation video there. Also, I'm going to put a Geisley Mark 13 13-inch rail. So I'll show that video as well. But that build series will be coming up hopefully very soon. So that'll be one of the first couple of videos you see coming up in 2018. And then from there, again, a lot of things in the works. I've got a battle belt video I want to do, a couple different slings from Viking Tactics, from Blue Force Gear, HSGI, Taco pouches, mag pouches, Blue Force Gear, their one of their medical kits, EDC flashlights, more of a, I'm kind of going to split the EDC lights into, or kind of have two different video types for flashlights. One specific gear for EDC lights, and then another kind of avenue geared towards more of utility lights. So not so much, say, a self-defense light, but more of just a utility light. So more flashlight reviews as well, hopefully some knife reviews, but just a lot more things in the works. And obviously the different build series. I also might want to do a Mark 18 pistol build series. That's something that I definitely want to do as well. So again, I've got a lot of ideas out there. And so with my ideas coupled with your ideas, hopefully 2018 looks pretty promising. So, again, just to kind of wrap up, I definitely appreciate all your support. It's been a great experience thus far. And so I definitely appreciate that. Again, it's been a very humbling experience, and I appreciate all your support out there. So as always, thanks for subscribing, and hey, keep up the good fight, and I'll talk to you guys soon.